Hi everybody, it's Sandy from Urban Rebel Designs in Aztec, New Mexico. We are located in the Four Corners area of New Mexico, and I wanted to jump on tonight and show you a little project that I'm working on. It's sort of a cool project. We are going to be painting, actually let me show you the before first. So we're painting these chair cushions and chair backs that started out as black vinyl, and we're gonna make them look like saddle tan leather. You can faux leather just about everything. Hang on. So this is a charger. If you can see, it has a design in it. It was a gold Christmas charger and I faux leathered it. And I also have this, it's not quite finished, but it's just an aluminum Lazy Susan. Hi Ellen, hi Billy, hi Pam, that I'm still working on. So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna start with the chair backs. I want these to look like tooled leather. Hey Cameron, hey Leona. So what we're gonna do, tonight we're going to be using terracotta as our base coat, and we're also using Best Dang Wax in brown. I prepped these by cleaning them with white lightning. You just mix this 2 tablespoons to a gallon of hot water. I keep some mixed up in a spray bottle all the time, and that's what I clean pretty much everything with. Hello Diana, how are you? So we're going to start with our base coat on this back, and I'm using my Dixie Belle small oval brush for this. Always dampen your brush when you start. So I like to start by getting in, I'm going to try to do this backwards. Hey Rosa, hey Natalia. I'm going to start by getting in this little groove here where the trim is on this. And like I said, we're going to do 2 coats of paint on this. So I'm just going to base coat this one really quickly. So if you still have some of the black showing through on your first coat, that's fine, because we're going to cover it on the second coat. Ellen, I'm using terracotta as my base coat, and then I'm using Best Dang Wax in brown. And that's what we will get the leather effect with. So I am just quickly gonna base coat this. And I need to respray my brush. I like to keep my brush damp, not wet, not dripping, so I will mist it with the mister bottle about every 3rd time that I go into my paint. So bear with me for just a minute. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If it scrolls by too quickly and I miss them, I'll go back later and answer them. If you are a Dixie Belle retailer, please feel free to say the name of your shop and where you're located. And if you don't have a Dixie Belle retailer, then you can go to the DixieBellePaint.com and put in your zip code or your city and state, and it will pop up with your nearest retailer. Your retailers are an invaluable resource. I can't say enough good things about them. So here I'm almost finished with this, with the first coat. Hi Kristen. And a little bit more and we'll be finished with this. I'll set it aside and let it dry. I have one that I've already done 2 coats on, and we will start to wax. So you'll notice that my first coat is still kind of thin. You can still see a little bit of the black coming through. That's fine. We're going to cover that. Pardon me. Okay, so this one, I have 2 coats of the terracotta. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Tamara. And we're going to start with our Best Dang Wax. And I have to tell you, all Dixie Belle products are water-based. So that's one thing, besides the fact that the wax is nice and creamy. It's not hard like other waxes that I have tried. Hello, Patricia. I'm just dabbing my wax brush into it, and then I'm going to use the lid and just dab some off. And to get the grain in the leather like I want, I like to work in circles. This will also get it down in the little crevices. So I'm just gonna work in circles. I try to get in my little crevices first. That's where the wax is gonna settle, and that's what's gonna give us the great detail that we're going for. So if you hear me doing that, I'm just dabbing my brush off. Now, like I was saying, Dixie Belle's wax is water-based, so if you think you've gotten a little too much, it's really simple. Just use your mister bottle and mist it lightly, and you can wipe it right away. But I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go back over where I misted it. See how it sort of thinned it right in there? I'm going to go back and cover that over again. And the reason that I like to go in circles is if you've looked at worn leather, it's not perfectly consistent. You're going to have highs and lows, and you also want to show that grain that's in it. So I will work it in, and then I'm going to take a clean cloth. I want to get it in these crevices a little bit better. So I'm going sort of heavy around those, if you can see this. And then I'm going to take a clean cloth, and I'm just going to fold it correctly. And when I wipe it back, I like to go in one direction, either up and down or side to side. Hello, Holly. Now, I'm going to finish this up really quick, and I will let this sit at least overnight just to let the wax settle some more. Because one thing that I've found, especially if you're using the brown wax or even the grunge gray or black, after you've waxed it back, when you're doing this on a faux leather or anything with a texture, letting it sit overnight, it seems to settle into those crevices a little more, and I really like that effect. So like I said, we're in the Four Corners area of New Mexico. We have a lot of cowboys around here, so saddle leather is a big deal. And I almost got this covered. If you're wondering why I like to dab my brush off on the lid, it's because when you're working with a darker wax over the top of a lighter color, sometimes you can get too much, and it's not really a problem to fix it. Just thin it with a little water and you can fix it. But why fix something if you can do it properly the first time? So I'm just wiping this back, and I'm not being precious with this at all. I'll hold it up so you can see, and I see a spot that's a little bit light, so I'll just grab my wax brush and go back in and add a little bit to that. You can also use the wax to highlight a little bit more of the fancy center. Sorry if you can't see that. It's hard for me to hold it and work upside down. So I'm just going to highlight this a little bit more and some in the center. And I'll wipe it back lightly. So like I said, I'm gonna let this sit overnight and then I will top coat it with gator hide. I top coat pretty much everything with gator hide. It's my favorite thing on earth. So there you have it. That's how you go from ugly dated black faux leather to something that looks like tooled leather. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, don't forget tonight we are giving away an 8-ounce jar of Dixie Belle paint, the color of your choice. All you have to do is like, comment, and share, and Dixie Belle will pick a winner. They'll contact you. When they do, they need your name, telephone number, mailing address, and email address, and the color that you choose. Thanks, Tiffany. I appreciate that. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is a really easy and quick way to update dated furniture, and it's a real money saver too. Hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and thanks for joining me tonight.